Hello, I'm Chad. Welcome to another edition of Sticks, Flicks, Knives, and Sticks. I'm sorry, Ticks, Flicks, Knives, and Sticks. Today I'm going to be talking about how last night I attended Elton John's Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour stop in Fargo, North Dakota. Now I've always enjoyed Elton John. I was never a super fan, but I always enjoyed his music. And I was given a ticket for free by a friend of my brother's, who's the sweetest person in the world, and my brother. So my brother, her, and I went to go see Elton John. I was a little skeptical because there's a lot of performers who've been around for a while who are legends, and they say, my final tour, this is it. And then they come back and do another one, and sometimes another one, and sometimes another one. Sometimes it's because they just don't want to stop performing. They love it so much. And then there's others who they hate each other, but it's the money, so they just keep coming back and playing. But this was not that. This was a tour that he was supposed to have already finished, but because of COVID, made so many delays. At this point, he could have just canceled. He's going to be 75 years old next week. So he's 74 right now. He could have canceled. He wanted this to be his final tour so he could just focus on being with his husband and with his kids and enjoy the rest of his life with them and not have to worry about, this anymore, despite it being his passion. So I was expecting he'll come out, he'll put on a good show, and, it'll just be another concert. But that wasn't it at all. This wasn't a concert. This was an experience. I have to say, as much as I appreciated him before, I gained a whole new respect for him after this. Not only he, but the entire band, they looked like every second of the show, they were loving everything they were doing. They were passionate about playing to an audience. And what also made it so wonderful is that his entire band, I don't think there's anybody under 65 years old. They were all older men who with great skills, some of which he played with off and on since the 70s when he started out. And yeah, as the camera would go to this one, to that one, to that one, especially Sir Elton John, every time they looked like they were just loving this. There was no okay, I count, a couple more hours and we're done and we gotta go to the next city. No, they were playing like this was the last time they were ever gonna play, and they're making the most of it. He interacted with the audience. He was just amazing. And his voice, I expected maybe a little weakness in his voice. No, his voice sounded stronger than ever. And I didn't have a single negative thing to say about this concert. Amazing. Like I said, he could have just canceled the tour, when it was supposed to be done already. He wanted to be with his husband, with his kids. But no, he honors his contract, what he said he was going to do, and he's going to finish it out. And he's still not done for another year. He said that the tour will end sometime in early 2023. So that's a lot for someone who's going to be 75 years old. So he'll be, I think, 75 or 76 when the tour ends. That's a lot. But he came out, and like I said, every second, looked like he was loving being there. Everyone in the band, loving being there, loving doing this. And that just took it to a whole other level. I want to say, if you have the chance to see him on this tour, take it. Because this is probably the last time you're going to have that chance. Yes, like I said before, a lot of people say, I'm done, and then they come back again. But I got the impression that he wants to be home with his family. That he's done this for his entire life, and he wants to do this now for the last time. So if you have a chance, go see it. Go see him and his band. You won't regret it. You will not regret it. Epic. It was just epic. And yeah, there were several times I got a little emotional. I've always had kind of an emotional thing every time Candle in the Wind comes on. Because my older brother that I went with growing up, he loved Marilyn Monroe. And Goodbye, the lyrics are, Goodbye Norma Jean. Norma Jean was the real name of Marilyn Monroe. And so I had to watch a lot of Marilyn Monroe movies when I was growing up. But I got really attached, and that song always just has been so emotional for me. So especially when he performed that last night when I saw him, just emotional. And there were times when it was just, the music was so amazing and the whole everything that I got emotional. And the ending of the concert, I did tear up. He had an amazing way of ending the concert that was saying, see ya, and passing on. Passing on down that yellow brick road. And who would have thought that, the song Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, referring to Wizard of Oz, that all these years later is the name of his tour, Farewell Yellow Brick Road. And something I don't think a lot of people notice, at the end, confetti shot out over the entire audience. And it was little yellow strips, like that big. And I don't think people really realize that golden bricks from the yellow brick road. I gathered up a bunch of little pieces just to save, because, I wanted something to remember that. I didn't bring my phone in. I wanted to just focus on the concert. And, I get tired of seeing these people and they've got their cameras and they're filming the whole time. You're there. Watch the show. Don't watch it through your camera or your whatever. Watch the show. Just like you go to a zoo and what do? You're just taking pictures. Oh, look, there's an animal right there. Yeah, you got the pictures to show it, but enjoy the experience. But again, if you have the chance to see Elton John on the Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, do it. You won't regret it, especially if you enjoy his music as it is. This was, the only other person I could compare that's given so much energy into performing and showing you that they love doing this was Prince. And he put on an amazing show when I saw him. But this was just great. Nothing super overdone, but there's a lot of little details there referring to his life. And a lot of times there'd be video on the back screen from pictures from his career. And then there was certain songs where then it would have like Taron Egerton, who played him in Rocket Man, the movie about him. And then like during Candle in the Wind, there was video and photos of Marilyn Monroe. It was an amazing performance. It was an amazing concert. It was an experience. And that's the best way I can say it is, it was an experience. Loved being there, and I was so grateful to Laura and my brother Jeff, who invited me to go and let me experience that. Because I was called up in the morning yesterday and said, hey, you want to go? There's a free ticket. Okay, yeah, I'll go. Of course I'll go. I'm not going to say no to seeing Elton John. He's a legend, No, he was so gracious. So wonderful, amazing, strong voice. Just he'd get up and he'd go, from the piano, and he'd point like, "Yeah, you, hey, you, yeah, you, yeah," and yeah, amazing, amazing. He is such a talent, and it's kind of sad that this will be the last opportunity to see him live performing in a concert. So hopefully, he makes it through the whole concert, uh, whole series of concerts, gets done with it, and gets back to his family and does his other passion. Music has been his passion almost his entire life, but he wants his other passion, his family. He wants to be with that. He wants to explore that more, be with his family, and I understand that. It's a good heart. Yes. So I'm just saying again and again and again. If you have the chance to see Sir Elton John on the Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, go. You won't regret it. Till next time, stay safe. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Okay. Ah!